Hey everybody. Now it is definitely true that military technology eventually becomes available to the mainstream public. There are a ton of examples of that, and that is definitely true in the automotive world. Now in this video, I want to focus on vehicles, all of which have roots in the military. And hey, you know what? I got my military grade quarantine buzz cut just for the occasion. So this is Dude, I Love or Hate My Ride at Home edition. The first vehicle we're going to look at in this video is a Hummer. Now the Hummer has such a long off-road history, but of course this thing was originally designed for the US military by AM General. Now the Hummer actually became available to civilians all the way back in 1992, but this version we're going to look at today is a 2000. So let's take a peek.
Hey guys, this is Tad from Maine, and this is my 2000 AM General Hummer. It is the H1, but it's basically the military Hummer, except the civilian version. It shares the same chassis, engine, and body as the military version, but it actually has a couple things the military version doesn't have, notably an interior, heating and cooling and HVAC and those kinds of things. It is powered by a 6.5 liter turbo diesel. I'll get to that here in a little bit, but it's sitting on 37-inch stock sized Toyo MTs on beadlocks with the central tire inflation system, so I can actually inflate and deflate my tires from inside the cab, and I'll show that to you guys here in a second. I had the entire truck painted head to toe from in Line-X bed liner material, so you can't actually scratch it with branches or anything like that. It's got LED conversions all around, so the lights, all the markers, everything are all LEDs. Got a giant brush guard in here because the hood is actually a composite fiberglass material, which doesn't like to take thwacks from like branches or anything like that. So yeah, like I said, the engine is a 6.5 liter turbo diesel. I had the truck for about 6 months, and on the 4th of July last year, I had a catastrophic cylinder number 8 explosion. Radiator fluid went all over the windshield, and the truck still ran, not very well, but it got to the other side of the bridge I was on, and from there it kind of said its last goodbyes to me. So I sent it down to Texas to a group called Mod Mafia, and they installed a brand new, what's called a P400, which is kind of a evolution of the GM 6.5 liter turbo diesel. It's got all the modern amenities of something like a Duramax, but still built on the old 6.5 liter block. So, and they put a couple other good upgrades to it, like a giant turbo on the back. And so stock, this thing made 195 horsepower, 430 foot-pounds of torque. Now it makes something along the lines of 270 horsepower and probably around 500 to 550 foot-pounds of torque. So just do a quick walk around. Here's this full-size spare tire. You can actually see the CTIS system here. This little quick disconnect, when it's on the hub, actually plugs right into a spindle quick disconnect nipple. And so if that system ever starts leaking, you can actually just disconnect this really quickly, and right here is just a normal type of fill connector, so you can just pump it up normally. Inside, I had the truck completely done on the inside with leather, diamond quilt stitched interior. It's got all the modern amenities such as backup camera, heated seats. It's got Android Auto, all that kind of good stuff, Apple CarPlay. The funny part of the interior is actually the cup holders on Hummers are notoriously terrible. So I had this one 3D, I designed it and 3D printed it out. It integrates a wireless charger and USB ports that connect to my head unit. So here we have the transfer case and the transmission control, the shifter. The Hummer is a full-time four-wheel drive vehicle, so it is constantly getting power sent to all to front and back, you can lock the differential or the transfer case in high and in low. So the gear ratio in low is 2.72 with the differentials being 2.56. So I can lock the center transfer case, and then the differentials are what's called a torsion differential. So they're kind of like auto locking, combined with the traction control system. It kind of badly auto locks the differentials. I plan on adding ARB air lockers this coming summer. One thing that's cool about the Hummer is that it's got 2 fuel tanks that are selectable from inside the cab. People ask me all the time what kind of mileage I get with this thing, and truth be told, I don't really care, but one time I calculated it on the highway, it was like 11 something. But combined with the gas tank, with both fuel tanks, both diesel tanks, it gets it's got 42 gallons of capacity, so it's got a decent range. I'd like it to be more, honestly. I don't really care about the efficiency. I care about being able to go more than 420 miles, but oh well. So this is how the CTIS system works. You can see there's a gauge right here next to my steering wheel, and I can choose which axle I want to inflate, whether it's the front or the rear. Right now I'm working with about 36 psi in both axles. So let's say I'm going off-road in the sand. If I want to go ahead and deflate, all I got to do is select my axle and then click down here, click, press this button, and you can see I'm deflating my front axle now. I can actually feel the front of the truck kind of sink a little bit. So I'm down to 30 psi. So if I want to go even further, let's say I'm going to do some sand dune traversing, keep going down, just hold it down, and the pressure keeps going down. So now I'm at about a little less than 30. So now I'm say back on the pavement. All I got to do is hit the button, and she starts filling up. Give it a couple of seconds. ARB to pump her up full of air. See, I'm already back to about 33. I'm ready to get back on the road. So let's do a TFL score on this, shall we? The off-road index. I think that's what it's called, right? So the approach angle is 70 degrees, give or take. It's got 16 inches of ground clearance. It's got a center transfer case lock. Both differentials can lock up on demand, essentially. It's got off-road tires, obviously. Pretty sure this gets in the 90s on the off-road index, but I'll let you guys decide. Thanks for checking it out. Let me know what you think. Bye.
Well, Tad, what a beastly looking H1 you have there, man. I love that you rhino lined or line X'd the entire thing. I mean, that just, like you said, make sure you're not going to get the pinstriping on your vehicle. You don't have to worry about the paint. The central tire inflation system is super cool on the Hummer. I mean, airing down can be totally a pain in the butt, so it'd be nice just to be able to hit that switch, and thanks so much for demonstrating it. Man, I absolutely love your Hummer, and I'd love to see it out there churning through some mud or something like that. It's also one of the few vehicles where a set of 37-inch tires doesn't look that big. When you said they were 37s, I thought, no way, they don't look that big, but that's just because the Hummer is such a beast to begin with. So now on to our next military-inspired vehicle, and this time we are going to something from Ram. This, of course, is the Ram Power Wagon. Now, the Power Wagon, as we know it today, is an off-road package that comes to Ram heavy-duty pickup trucks, to the Ram 2500, but back in the day, in the 40s, Ram, and I mean at that time it was still Dodge, they were building Dodge Power Wagons, these massive trucks. And if you don't know how the Power Wagon came to be, let's watch this quick snippet from an FCA video detailing the history.
The Power Wagon really starts with Dodge's involvement with World War II. During the war, Dodge built over 255,000 military trucks. All of them were 3/4 ton. They came in various body shapes. There'd be a command car, weapons carrier, reconnaissance vehicle. As the war was progressing, Dodge realized there's going to be a market out there for a heavy-duty truck that's four-wheel drive that the public can buy, not just the military. So they began developing a civilian version of the military truck. That vehicle came out in March of 1946 and was called the Power Wagon.
But right now we're going to look at a modern Power Wagon and see what's up with this truck. Let's take a look.
Hey guys.
A quick video for you here. This is my 2018 Ram Power Wagon. It does have the luxury package, so it was the nicer outfitted one with the leather seats and all that. Had her about 2 years now, just over 2 years, I suppose. 24,000 miles. No real significant issues other than a leaky third brake light, which the dealer did a great job getting fixed for me. 6.4 liter, obviously you guys are very familiar with this truck. Terrible on gas, but I still love it. Mostly stock for the most part, aside from I did do AEV Salta wheels with a 35-inch Toyo. Had those on since about 7,000 miles. And they've been great. I really like them. Aside from on snow and ice, they're not great there, but other than that, they're pretty good. I do have an AEV, or excuse me, a snug top topper on there. Bought it used, had it painted. It's been great. I've slept back there several nights when I need to, and it's been good. All powertrain, completely stock for now. I do plan on maybe doing some upgrades down the road. Really a big fan of the truck. I do like it. It's no longer my daily driver. I did drive it daily for a couple of years, but just recently bought a car just for gas mileage for my commute. So keep the miles off the truck. So I do plan on having it a long time. I do like it. Biggest downside with the Power Wagon, in my opinion, from the factory is the tires. I know you guys are a fan of Duratracs. And while they may be a good tire on some vehicles, for this heavy truck, I do not think they're ideal. I think the carcass is way too weak. I had an issue, again, 7,000 miles on the truck. We were out in the woods, just driving, back roads, and ended up puncturing a tire right between the treads, right on the patch of the tire, on the surface of the tire. And thankfully, a buddy of mine had a kit in order to plug it, but had to limp it out of the woods, and actually on the way out, as soon as I hit cell service, got on the horn with the tire shop and ordered these tires. Got the wheels in about the same time, and I've been very happy with this setup so far. I know you guys know what it looks like, but we can go inside real quick. Just take a look. Nice leather seats. Don't mind it, it's dirty. It does get used, but nice leather seats. I suppose there is a little bit of play there in the leather, but heated, cooled, heated or ventilated, I guess it's called. That are not actually cooled, that are ventilated, but works real well. Got the 8.5-inch screen, 8.4 I think it is, inch screen. Obviously floor mounted shift knob for 4-wheel drive. Works great. Yeah, fully optioned truck. Got the moonroof, all that, and the back. I really like the full flat seat for the dog. He likes to lay on the floor back there for long trips and whatnot. But good truck overall. I like it. Real dirty. A lot of pollen here in Washington State right now, but hope you guys like it. Keep up the good work. Your channel's great, and as you guys have said, Power Wagon don't care.
All right, bye.
Well, you know it, Tyler. Power Wagon do not care, and especially when it's got a set of 35s on it. I love the tires on your truck, and that's another truck where upgrading the tire size just looks so right on the Power Wagon. Those 35s look like they should have come stock. The other thing that makes your truck super cool, this is a stealth Power Wagon. You wouldn't even really know what it is unless you told us, or of course the tires are a giveaway, but you don't have those graphics on the side, none of that stuff, and I really do appreciate that. This is like the sleeper package. And then that body color cap. Come on, man. This is like the ultimate practical off-roader. That's a really cool Power Wagon. Finally, this is a military-inspired video, so of course we have to mention at least one Jeep, right? Jeep has its roots directly in the Second World War, and although the Jeeps of today really aren't that related to those old Jeeps, the recipe has not changed. Body on frame, four-wheel drive, and good off-road. Now, right now, we're actually gonna take a look at a brand new Jeep Gladiator, and I appreciate all the work you put into the edit on this one, so I hope you guys enjoy. Let's take a watch.
Hi, I'm Mike Guillory from Beaumont, Texas, and this is my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Last year we had a big flood, and I needed something that was going to tread that water. This vehicle fits the bill. It's 11 inches off the ground, but it can tread through 30 inches of water without getting water into the engine. The Gladiator comes with a Pentastar 3.6 liter V6 engine, and it's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. The standard wheels that come on the Jeep are basically street tires. They're quieter, you might get a little bit smoother ride, but with my upgrades to these Pro Comp AT Sports, it's an all-terrain tire, and you get a little bit bumpier ride, but it's better in mud, and they're even quiet on the street. What I also like about the Jeep Gladiator is that it comes with a 5-foot bed, and it also has a dampened tailgate. As you can see, as it comes down, it goes down slow. I opted for the Overland edition because it came fully stocked with leather seats, 8-inch stereo screen, and it comes with the automatic cruise control, where if I set it, if a car stops in front of me, it automatically stops me or slows me down if it has to. I mainly bought this vehicle as an everyday driver. I drive it back and forth to work. I only have to go about 20 miles there and back. I bought it also as a, just a toy to use on the weekends, go fishing, take nice little trips, and it does the job. For a mid-sized truck, this vehicle has ample space. It's good enough for 4 adults, maybe no taller than 6'1" could ride in this vehicle in the back. Comes with the heated front seats, heated steering wheel, upgraded premium audio, which is the Alpine system. One thing I do like about the Gladiator is the 3-piece top. It's easy to come off with just a couple of twists of some handles, and these front pieces come off, and you just take them off and store them. And it's easy to put back on. As far as the rear part of the roof, it takes a few bolts that you have to remove, and it would require 2 people to take that off. But what led me to buying this truck was back in 1989, as a young airman in the Air Force, I decided to buy my very first vehicle on my own. So I bought a 1989 Jeep Comanche. And I love that truck so much that I wish I had it today. 2005, I went to a car show, and Jeep had a concept vehicle. It was a Gladiator, and I told my son, if Jeep builds that vehicle, I'm gonna buy it.
Wow, well, first of all, great job on that edit. Mike says that his son took care of that for him, and nice work, man. That was a good looking video. Second of all, Mike, you touched on something I think is really important. We talk a lot here about why you should or shouldn't buy a certain car or truck, but honestly, nostalgia is a huge reason I think a lot of people buy vehicles. So congrats on your Gladiator. I hope you're loving it. It's a beauty, and nice work keeping it nice and clean. So guys, that's it for this one. Make sure you go below, leave a comment, and let all of these owners know what you think of their rides. As always, hit subscribe and like while you're down there, and then come right back to the channel for the latest news, views, and real world reviews. See ya.